Hey, Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Friday. Woo, 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 woo. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. The time right now while I'm doing this video is 8:52 a.m. So obviously you guys will see this video probably later on today when I post them, but I wanted to do a video message about working your light, and this is for my empaths. And I do like to talk about empaths and, being someone who is very sensitive to energy, emotions, and things like that, even when it comes to like other people's emotions and all that stuff, right? But sometimes you guys may hide it because, again, we're in a time zone right now where not everybody may understand you being an empath. Again, sometimes people may look at you like you're too sensitive or you're too much or you're this or you're that. There's always something, right? So I wanted to show what you guys could be needing to know from your spirit guides, the universe, whoever, right? When it comes to like you working your light and understanding what your purpose might be, right? It may not even just be about divination. It just may be you putting yourself out there more and putting yourself in fields or positions that fulfill you emotionally, whether this is a creative structure, a hobby, a 9 to 5, a career path. It's just to guide you guys better so that you understand where it is that you guys want to be, especially if you know that you're emotionally tapped in. Okay, so let's get started. All right, guys, let's stop all the jibber jabber and let's get started. Okay, so again, like I said, I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. And so let's see what you guys might need to know when it comes to working your light. I do have some other messages that I will pull from the other decks, but let's start off with this one first. Okay, so Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective for October 3rd when it comes to them working their light? What do they need to know? Please give them clarity and understanding, and please protect and guide them at this time whenever they see this video, please and thank you. So the first two cards that wanted to show up says break the chain. Okay, this is about ancestral patterns, healing, and rewriting your future. For some of you guys, breaking the chain could be anything. Okay, this could be you breaking traditions, breaking structures. Okay, especially if you are in a religious household, especially because, again, spirituality is being very open and being more about authenticity and being true to you. Okay, it's not talking about perfectionism, and it's not talking about telling people that they need to do something that is technically their choice, right? Spirituality is about freedom, right? But when you watch spiritual videos or tarot videos or things like that, it's to help you guide yourself better on your path to know, what, I am on the right path, I am on the right journey. Forget what everybody else is talking about right now. I'm focusing on me, and I feel like that's the best thing right now, because the more that you focus on you, the more that you focus on your cup, filling up your cup, it actually comes out better for you because you attract better. And not only that, you can actually help and, deal with situations a lot more better and handle them better, especially emotionally. Okay, so you guys are rewriting your future. For some of you guys, this is stepping into new boldness, which is entrepreneurship, or moving into new fields in work lines and things of that matter, right? For some of you guys too, this is stepping away from institutions. Okay, institutions, corporations could be very significant, right? Your own leadership is very significant. Unbound says releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So whatever it is you guys are doing to break the chain, it's allowing you to be unbound at this moment. Okay, it's almost like Spirit is saying to keep going. Okay, take it step by step like my other message, but keep going, right? Yeah, share your voice. It says come out of the cave. Okay, persecution, expression, right? Some of you guys could feel like if you share your voice that something could possibly happen, right? And Spirit is saying you're protected. You're allowed to share your voice. There's something about freedom, okay, where you are, being able to speak your truth, okay? Throat chakra energy is very significant in this message, and 444 on the timer I just saw. So you guys are protected at this time when it comes to that, right? Sharing your light, being able to speak your truth, being very expressive, right? Yeah, the initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. You guys are being able to pass these initiations, so these tests, quizzes that you're going through, you guys are passing with flying colors, okay? Whoever I'm speaking to who resonates with this, share your voice, okay? Share your voice, share your knowledge, share what you know, because again, everybody's different, right? Everybody has something to bring to the table, okay? Just because you see 1,000 people doing the same thing doesn't mean that you're not authentic to who you bring, okay? Or who you attract, okay? So share your voice, okay? This could be anything. This could be what happened to you. This could be what's happening around the world. This could be anything, right? And you guys are getting confirmation that if you have certain knowledge and wisdom, share it. That's like with tarot, for example, right? That's like me pulling cards and saying like, hey, share your voice, share your message, right? It's the same thing. It's like a domino effect. It's like me saying that to somebody, triggering that person, and that person saying, you know what? You're right. I should share my voice, right? I should step into that confidence. And then that person step into that confidence, and then someone else sees that and then they do it. So it's almost like serving some type of purpose, okay? Wanting other people to share their voice so that, to be heard, okay? Not to be in the shadows, right? So you guys are passing with flying colors when it comes to sharing your voice. It may be slow, but it's still a step. Okay, it's still a step forward, right? So don't knock yourself down that you're not speaking up boldly the way that you maybe see other people do it. You're still doing it step by step. Okay, so boundaries, right? It says, where do you need to establish better boundaries? Okay. So again, when it comes to sharing your voice, okay, crossing through these initiations, it's almost like you guys are setting up boundaries, or Spirit is asking you, where do you need to set up boundaries? But if you are setting up boundaries, Spirit is saying to continue doing that. And if you aren't setting up boundaries, Spirit is saying, where do you need to? Okay, and this could be where you guys are needing to share your voice and also breaking ancestral patterns, right? Speaking up. So maybe there's something about maybe in the past your ancestors never spoke up for themselves when it comes to maybe masculine energies, or just when it comes to people who are more authoritative, okay? So higher figures maybe, but take what resonates with that. But again, it says your guidance is divinely guided. Okay, so take what resonates with that. And it says, what are you clinging on to? Okay, so again, when it comes to your path, following your path is almost significant to the light, right? Following what fulfills you, your soul path, right? When it comes to working your light, it's almost like, what do you need to do, or what do you need to get rid of in order for you to step more into this fulfilling energy? And like I said, this is about you guys stepping into sharing your voice, right? There is something about someone else's energy too that could be lingering in your energy, and that could be something that could be very significant. Like, even though you're the viewer, there could be someone else clinging onto your energy, and you could be feeling that. And that is why maybe you guys are stepping into your own, individuality at this time as well. So this could be who you're setting up boundaries with. And remember, when you are very sensitive to, other people's emotions, you can feel this, okay? So there is something about honesty and communication showing up for some of you guys, needing to be more honest and, being able to communicate. Some of you guys are stepping into that. Like I said, it's taking it step by step. But again, when it comes to honesty and communication, maybe you guys are showing up for that. When it comes to you clearing out, canceling, and releasing, this could be patterns, old patterns. So for some of you too, when it comes to communication, speaking up for yourself and saying how you feel, that could be very significant for somebody. And you could be around other energies around you that whenever time you speak up and you say whatever you feel like you're being bashed, okay? Or you feel like you're not being heard or understood. But for example, say you talk to someone else, like in your spiritual community, for this instance, right? Watching this video, you could be seeing videos where you're understood there, and then the community, you see people commenting and they understand you and you understand them. So it's almost like you start to wonder, like, okay, well, maybe it's just not me. Maybe I'm around people who are not emotionally intuitive or connected. And it's not to say like that person doesn't understand. It's just almost like at a certain level. Like, you know how in school, you know, certain people have certain GPAs, and, you know, certain people have certain masters and diplomas and, you know, like stuff like that, right? And nothing is wrong with that. That's actually success, right? But sometimes people mistake that having a piece of paper and saying that you're this smart equates to your intuition, meaning that you're slow or you're dumb, and that's not the case. Sometimes your intuition is actually what helps you get through your life, actually more better than people who have more than, you know, what you may have, right? So again, when it comes to clearing out energies like this, maybe you guys are getting rid of people who are very materialistic as well. Okay, yeah, cut the cords. Very significant. Okay, some of you guys are cutting the cords, okay? And again, this doesn't have to be relationships. This could be with people, like friends, family, you know, anybody, right? Again, when it comes to being honest with your communication, that's what you guys are doing. You're cutting the cords. You're letting go. Okay, even when it comes to breaking the chain and unbounding, that's very significant to somebody at this time. So some of you guys are stepping into new beginnings. Yeah, big happy change, okay? With this honesty and communication and you releasing and letting go and cutting cords, it's bringing in big happy changes for you. Okay, for some of you guys, there's a weight. Okay, so you may feel these big happy changes, but there is a weight. Okay, Spirit, what else do you have for the collective at this time? Thank you. Yeah, there's a peaceful resolution coming through. Okay, so because you've done the inner work, you've cut the cords. Okay, this could be even like spiritual baths as well from the past. Okay, from past people, situations, whatever it is. But you guys could have done the inner work, right, when it comes to like cutting cords and letting go of like old situations. And because you did this, it's bringing in big happy changes. You are in a wait though, so if you are in some type of stagnation, you know, type of period, that means you need to move your body. You need to go for walks. You need to journal. You need to do something to like release, okay, your energy. Whatever zodiac sign you are, everybody has different placements, and in order for you to fulfill those different placements, you need to tap more into them. Okay, so whatever it is you need to do emotionally, especially with your moon, you need to do more when it comes to waiting. So if you have a fire moon, you need to release that fire. Okay, if you have an air moon, you need to do something with communication. So journaling, reading, you know, doing things with your mind, you know, like mind games, board games, those kind of things, like making your mind think. Okay, but it's like mindless to you because you like to do those things, right? For those who resonate with that. For water signs, it's more like getting in water, being near water. Okay, earth signs, it's like grounding yourself. So even if you don't like doing meditation, because again, we're new age, you know, spiritualists, right? We're not the old school, you know, typical spirituality. Like, you know your stuff when it comes to spirituality. You know your wisdom. You know your information. You know that, but you want to do it differently. You want to do what works for you, okay? Just because you're doing something doesn't mean it's wrong, okay? It just may work for you better, right? So again, while you're waiting for earth signs, you guys could be grounding yourself. This could be planting more, gardening, cooking, okay? Food, comfort, you know, teas, warm stuff, right? But these are just examples that I'm giving out. Like, you guys can Google some of these things too, but I'm just giving you some examples so, you know, you guys have an idea. But while you're waiting, there is a peaceful resolution coming through for you guys, okay? But again, at the bottom of the deck, it's you're ready. Okay, so I'm going to end it here. Please take what resonates with you, and I will see you guys in my next video. All right, guys, love you so much, and thank you for the love and support, and I'll see you next time. Bye.